Okay, so this week's topic is about the third media revolution in action in relation to data, algorithms, and networks. And the argument here is that the combination of these three transform media and communications and shape the world around us. This relates to the whole notion of the third media revolution, as well as other course concepts such as programmability and virtual reality. So in terms of data, the lecture explains it as things known or assumed as facts, which can be manipulated and transmitted by encoding them into information. It's the basis for software itself, which transforms all media itself. And as we know, software is considered important as it is part of all of our media interactions. Algorithms, they work as a part of a broader set of processes. One of the readings I found interesting claimed that we're in this algorithmic culture where computers and complex formula engage in our everyday life. The reading uses an example of Facebook having algorithms which determines which friends and what posts will appear in your newsfeed. And to me, I very much agree with this idea of algorithmic culture. There's this whole idea of programmability where Facebook knows more about you than you know yourself. And if you step back and think about it for a second, it's kind of scary. Another reading also claimed that technologies identify us through what we search and what we share, which goes hand in hand with this whole idea of programmability. And then finally, networks, they refer to like the broader connections and networks we're part of. Okay, so how does this all come together? Well, as we're well aware, we are moving into the third media revolution in which media and communications have become the basis for the world around us. And it's through data, algorithms, and networks that form our connections and shape the way we interact. In the lecture, we were introduced to the fourth industrial revolution, this whole idea that it will change our identity and the way we live completely, as well as bringing together digital systems which will allow us to maximize human well-being and empower people all over the world. For the most part, I don't actually think that's true. The video is 2 years old, and to my knowledge, not much has changed. Nothing substantial, at least. I mean, I guess we have stuff like VR and augmented reality, which is nice, but the video tries to frame the whole thing as being like the way of moving forward and it being very like revolutionary. And I don't necessarily agree with that. To me, people, and adolescents in particular, have a hard time socially interacting with others because of technology. You know, they either become pariahs or they become alienated in their own society. So I think to some degree that this whole idea of the fourth industrial revolution being positive isn't so true. But who knows? Only time will tell.